just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
Riverwood has only
Right
been my
behind you.
home for a few years. Yet I feel as if I can spend the rest of my life here.
What are you doing here? You're supposed to sweep the entranceway. Like we talked. About.
Yes, Delphine. I believe I swept it this morning.
Are you sure?
Dragon's Reach.
Well, it looked clean enough, and it was just going to get dusty again.
Your
You're
bad
that visitor
habit
been
of
poking
eating
around.
plant matter is
I'll get at it
beginning to
right
affect
away.
your arch.
I'd like to rent the attic room.
I don't like to brag. I once
Attic
took down a
room,
bear
eh?
at 300 yards.
Well, we don't have an attic room. But you can have the
Were you
one on the
joking?
left.
You couldn't
Make
hit a
yourself at
mammoth
home.
if it was standing on top of you.
I don't have to take that from you.
I'm just saying you should pick one to settle down with.
Greetings, Gore. That armor looks like it could use a polish.
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about.
So does your pitch.
I think you're looking
The
for this.
audacity of this lady.
Talk. Follow me.
You're so noisy in that armor. I realize it protects you and all, but could you try not to attract every bandit in Skyrim?
But you don't have any stains on your chest plate.
Go tend to the chickens, boy.
You're not afraid of me, are you? Close the door, then we can talk. Now we can talk.
I'd love to try the food here. Been a while since I had a good meal.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
You're the one who took the horn.
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
What's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
I just came here for the horn.
I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
Go on, I'm listening.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
Why did you take the horn from Ustengrav?
Familiar face so far.
I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
Look,
Why are you looking for a Dragonborn?
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
Yes, that's how I first learned I was Dragonborn.
Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough.
So what's the part you're not telling me?
Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
What makes you think dragons are coming back to life?
I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
How did you figure all this out?
You should know. You got the map for me from Bleak Falls Barrow. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which... It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals.
So where are we headed?
The one Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it.
Let's go kill a dragon.
I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready.
She thinks she would have been able to kill us both if she didn't like the look of us.
That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynes Grove.
remind me to be nice to the innkeeps. You never know which of them turns out to be a secret dragon.
Ordnar, I'm traveling. You've got the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
Still here.
What shall we do with the drunken Bosmer? What shall we do with the drunken?
Kynes Grove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice. My analysis is correct. The dragon buried near Kynes Grove will be the next to come back to life.
curses.
There are so many
Ifrit,
giants out here.
please forgive me
They'll
for being
whack
in a
you all
place
the way
like
to
this.
Hammerfell if you're not careful. The other day, a traveler from Cyrodiil asked me if I'd heard of the High Elves. I wasn't entirely sure how to respond.
Your bad habit of eating plant matter is beginning to affect your archery, Faendal.
I don't like to brag, but I once took down a bear at 300 yards. In a blizzard.
Are you joking? You couldn't hit a mammoth if it was standing on top of you.
I don't have to
Almost
take that
a
from
little
you.
uncomfortable.
So, Faendal, is it?
Greetings, Sister Elf. Good to see a familiar face so far from home.
I am not your sister, salad eater. I know you spend your days chopping wood, so don't even try to compare me to yourself.
Look, I...
Don't start. Save it for Ifrit.
You don't want to go up there! A dragon! It's attacking!
A dragon is attacking Kynesgrove?
Well, I don't know. Not yet. It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out. Come on, hurry. We might be too late.
To be a real fight then. Good.
Bobby, Dan, you did it! Wait, something's happening. Guys above! So you really are... Dragonborn.
You're not good with the unconventional
I owe you some answers,
kind of
don't
fighting,
I?
are you?
Go ahead.
Neither am I,
Whatever you want to
but
know.
I'll admit that
Nothing
it works
held
better
back.
sometimes.
What do you know about the dragons coming back?
Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that
Beautiful
big
weather
black
today.
dragon here.
I can feel a gentle breeze kissing my cheeks.
I've seen that dragon before, the one that got away.
Really? Where?
It was the one that attacked Helgen when Ulfric escaped from the Imperials.
Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it, we're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all.
Who are you and what do you want with me?
I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them.
What's our next move?
Priests of
The first
Israel
thing we need to do is
are
figure
said
out
to be
who's
able to
behind the
change
dragons.
past predict
The
future.
Thalmor are our best lead.
I wonder if my
If they
mother
aren't
could do
involved,
that.
they'll know who is.
What makes you think the Thalmor are bringing dragons back?
Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
The sun gives a warm tint to the cold land.
So we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any ideas?
If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about
Every
paranoia.
time I think about what happened to Longbar's wife,
So how do we get into the Thalmor embassy?
I'm glad we gave Movar an
I'm
honor
not sure
he
yet.
deserved.
I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
We killed a dragon. That was incredible. Everything they said about you, it's all true. I didn't even think of that. Gods, this must have all come as an enormous shock to you. Right behind you. Let's go. Where to first? Give it... Greybeard's back the horn, or back to Riverwood? Still here.
I need you to do something.
What do you need, Thane? Thane.
Well, alright, we met Delphine, we killed the dragon. Next we're going to be going to meet Delphine in Riverwood, and we'll be clearing out Wolf Skull Cave as well. I'm gonna leave those malachite ingots there just because we don't really need them right now. have to find ourselves a carriage to get back to another city. I want to go back to Riften as well and start the Thieves Guild up so we can get our sneak higher. Because without the sneak, you're not going to be able to get through the Thalmor MC, which is basically the next step in the main quest. We're going to have to work our way through that.
All right. Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. You might run into some of them lizard folk in Riften. Quite a few of them work the docks there, not sure why. They like swimming in a lake, maybe.
Your bad habit of eating plant matter is beginning to affect your archery, Findle.
I don't like to brag, but I once took down a bear at 300 yards. In a blizzard.
Were you joking? You couldn't hit a if it was standing on top of you.
You're still learning a lot about fighting.
I don't
and
have to take that
traveling,
from
aren't
you.
Don't worry. I'll help you along the way.
You don't want to go up there. A dragon! It's attacking!
A dragon is attacking Kynesgrove?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Needs to be a real fight, Dad. Good.
Gods above, look at that. It's true. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back.
Who are you and what do you want with me?
I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were Dragon Slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest Dragon Slayer, for the last 200 years. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again.
What's our next move?
To stop them. The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragon. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved...
Why are the Thalmor after you?
Before the Great War, the Blades helped the Empire against the Thalmor. Our Grandmaster saw them as the greatest threat to Tamriel. At the time, that was true. Maybe it still is. So we fought them in the shadows, all across Tamriel.
What makes you think the Thalmor are bringing dragons back?
Nothing solid. The Empire, and now the dragons are attacking every... Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
So we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any ideas?
If we could get in... Problem is that place is locked up tight.
So how do we get into the Thalmor embassy?
They could teach... I'm not sure yet. Meet me back and keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
We killed a dragon. That was incredible. Everything they said about you, it's all true. I didn't even think of that. Gods, this must have all come as an enormous shock to you. If anyone can stop the dragon threat, it's clearly you, Thane. And I'll do everything I can to help. Still here.
I need to trade some things with you.
Please don't tell me it's dragon bones. Let's go. My blood boils every time I think about what happened to Rongar's wife and daughter.
after all. Men aren't good or bad. They're just men. Honor can't stop.
As fair as an evening of springtime in Ostros Mackay.
Keep a song in your heart.
Keep it at night for my birthday.
Smart man.
Thane.
I've got your back.
Your bad habit of eating plant matter is beginning to affect your archery, Fingal.
I don't like to brag, but I once took down a bear at 300 yards.
Can't help but wonder
In
how
a
East
blizzard.
March is holding up. With their
Are
Jarl
you
focused
joking?
on the war.
You couldn't hit a mammoth if it was standing on top of you.
I don't have to take that from you.
See ya.
Yeah.
Need a ride?
I'd like to hire your carriage.
Where do you want to go?
Riften.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. I might have to stop and get myself a pint of Blackbriar mead while I'm in Riften. It's worth the trip all by itself.
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
What's the tax for?
For the privilege of entering the city.
The Thieves Guild
What does
lurk
it
in the
matter?
shadows, waiting to pounce on their victims.
This is obviously a shakedown.
All right, keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
But I'll admit that it works better sometimes.
You hear that?
The gate's unlocked.
There's something out there.
You can head
In the
inside
dark.
when you're ready.
I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
Be careful, Neil. The Thieves Guild has made
Someone just tried to pick my pocket. I pretended not to notice and stole their coin purse instead. Amateurs.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
I'm glad we have Ori on our side.
So,
Greetings, Sister Elf. Good to see a familiar face so far from home.
You're not from Riften?
I am not your sister.
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman, barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
Save it for Ifrei.
Why are you here then?
Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
What did the boss get when he came home late for dinner? The cold shoulder.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
Tell me about Riften's Thieves Guild.
To call it a guild is ridiculous. They're the worst. What do you think?
Maybe we could go find the tavern.
I agree completely.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you.
You're
that they're
Riften's
recruiting
protector.
others. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life...
How did Eren save your life?
I think I'd already... It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed.
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
Just passing through.
Yeah? Well, I got... Last thing the Blackbriars need is some stranger sticking
Who
their
are the
nose where it
Blackbriars?
doesn't belong. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything...
Dirt,
I'm your
huh? I'm
guy.
not exactly clean myself.
But it'll cost you. Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know?
Know anything about the Thieves Guild?
You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. What did you want?
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know. How was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of dragons is not mere coincidence.
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Come back and see us again.
The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace
Never done
the
an
teachings of the handmaiden of Kind.
you carry.
No, Maramo. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirova, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Maramal. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Hey, Talon. Get up. Your lazy tail and take care of the customer.
Keep your scales on.
I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
You want a drink? If you'll... Huh? Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. Is there something I can do for you?
Yes?
Beautiful weather today. I can feel a gentle breeze kissing my cheeks.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Huh? What do you want?
What kind of trouble are you in?
I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they
Tell me
cheated
the details.
I don't know what to... I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now, Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me.
I'll help you pay off your debt.
You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
I've got your back.
Exotic ingredients, I have them all.
Protect yourself.
Don't miss out. Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lad?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm saying you've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell.
How could you possibly know that?
It's all about sizing up your mark, lad. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway.
What do you mean?
Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate. You knew it was a shakedown and you called him on it. That's what I'm talking about.
You seem to be well acquainted with wealth.
Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste?
What do you have in mind?
I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra
I
pair
don't like
of
to
hands.
brag, but I
And
once
in
took
my
down
line
a
of
bear
work,
at 300
extra
yards.
hands are well paid.
What do I have to do?
You couldn't hit a mammoth if it was
Simple.
standing on
I'm
top
going
of
to
you.
cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branchet's pocket without him noticing.
Why plant the ring on Branchet?
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
I'm ready. Let's get this started.
Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Framing an innocent bystander.
Everyone!
Almost reminds me of that
Gather
cursed
round.
trip in Breville.
I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. You need to hear this. Gather round, all.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
No pushing, no shoving. Into your brew. You need to hear this. You need to hear this.
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nerve root mixed with water.
Well, that was a simple misunderstanding. But this item? It's real. Lads and lasses, I give you Valma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who... Well, I see that my time is up. Come back tomorrow if you wish to buy.
What a waste of time. Damn. I knew I shouldn't have waited.
Looks like I chose the right person for the job. And here you go. Your payment. Just as I promised. Nah. My organization's been having a run of bad luck. But I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. You did the job, and you did it well. Best of all, there's more where that came from. If you think you can handle it.
I can handle it.
All right then. Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften, a tavern called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
Buying and selling fine jewelry.
You're not from Riften.
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, elsewhere to Morrowind, and
Why are
all
you here,
points
then?
in between. Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grim Sever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude
Come
and
to see
trust.
Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh?
You seem quite proud of your work.
Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain
Impressive.
lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this
I'll get
forge
some
is
for you.
dying, and I've used the last... You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint.
We heading out?
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
I find meal to be a little intimidating. Maybe it's because I know she probably...
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
I don't know, Droff. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby?
I've gotten us this far.
This far, we're living in a sewer. He said we'd have a house as big as the Black Rifle by now.
Don't worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
That smell.
This one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lad.
Greetings, Sister.
I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
So far from home.
I am not your sister, son.
Getting here was easy.
Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me?
Deadbeats, what they do?
They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways.
Sounds good. Who are they?
Kirava, Percy Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization.
How did you want me to handle it?
Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business.
Consider it done.
Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. I'll be here when you're done.
What?
I thought you were joining the Thieves Guild. Are you going to steal from those shopkeepers or something?
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
Jewelry with legendary
Protect yourself
Argonian
right.
craftsmanship.
Bye.
Armor from